Hi, this is Vivian Vande Velde. For any of you who have ever had a bad hair day, chapter 29 of Alison Who Went Away is for you. I decide that maybe the problem is that blow drying my hair is getting it too wild to control. Monday morning, I decide to let my hair air dry before I use the heated rollers. But I've forgotten how very long it now takes to dry. I take my shower before Brian, and I keep thinking that my hair is dry, but every time I poke into it, it's still wet underneath. Finally, I use the rollers anyway. The instructions say they can be used while the hair is still damp, but as I'm taking them out, I can feel that it's still damp. And as soon as I brush my hair, all the curl goes out and the frizz comes in. I set my hair a second time, and that seems to mostly finish off the job of drying it, but it still comes out frizzy, especially near where the hair attaches to my head. Mom is yelling at me that it's getting late and I don't have time to reset all my hair, so I just do it for a third time on top and in front. At this point, it doesn't actually look bad. It doesn't look like Allison's hair, but then Matt Burke has never seen Allison to compare us. Thank God. All in all, I'm pleased. Despite the fact that I got up at 5 and the bus comes at quarter after 7, I don't have time to eat, though my mother tells me that she's put a banana in my jacket pocket. At least I'm grateful for the warning. You don't want to be reaching into your pocket and finding a banana when you aren't expecting one. It's raining as I run from the front door to the bus. I plunk myself down in a window seat and check my reflection. I give myself a damp grin. As soon as, excuse me, as close as Connie lives, she takes a different bus. So she's going to have to wait till lunch to see me, unless we run into each other in the hall, a meeting that is too short to be fun when someone wants to show off a new hairstyle or piece of jewelry, or, on the rare dress up or dress down days, new clothes. The bus goes around the neighborhood, picking up girls on their way to Mother of Sorrows and boys heading for Cardinal O'Gorman. My goodness, these are sad shaped glasses. A boy with a wool coat sits next to me, smelling like a herd of wet sheep. The windshield wipers screech and thump across the windshield. I steal another glance in the window and am alarmed to see that my hair has grown, not longer, but more volume, from the humidity. I consider asking the wet kid next to me to move before his dampness seeps into my hair, but I decide he's not likely to budge anyway. By the time I make it indoors, my hair is doing its Bride of Frankenstein impression. Nice hair, Melissa Prowell sneers. Stick your finger in an electrical socket? Even Robin Liccardi can't find anything nice to say. I see Waukesha's eyes widen in amazement, and I sit down and lay my head on my desk, wondering if I can convince Mr. Rosenblum that I have the flu and need to be sent home. Of course, that would mean calling Mom or Wally at work to pick me up. Considering what they saw me going through with my hair yesterday, they're not likely to believe I'm really sick, unless I can manage to produce a 105-degree fever or projectile vomiting. I'm aware of Waukesha sitting down at Gail Kranick's desk across the aisle from me. You okay, Sybil? She asks. I've got hair flu, I tell her. Waukesha says, last time I saw hair that big was when my aunt tried some home straightening formula she ordered through a TV ad. Did it eventually get better? I ask. Sure, Waukesha says, after she cut it off. I hear Bertie Dunbar's voice. What did you do? She asks. I got a perm, I admit. I haven't learned to work with it yet. What do you mean? Robin asks. Still without raising my head from the desk, I say, well, I washed it and set it a whole bunch of times, but I'm not sure what's the best approach. There are a few seconds of silence. Total silence. I lift my head. What? I say. When did you get this perm? Joanne Tremonta asks in a very significant voice. The scary thing is, I don't know why that question should be significant. Saturday, I told them. And you fiddled with it already today? Bertie asks. I fiddled with it Saturday, I say. I washed and set it. Everybody groans. Everybody. Joanne says, when I get a perm, they tell me nothing smaller than my elbow is supposed to touch my hair for 3 days. No rollers or curling iron. No finger arranging even. You aren't supposed to wash your hair for a week. I put my head back down on the desk and say, I think my hair flu just went down to my stomach. Waukesha goes to her own desk ahead of mine, but then asks Mary Amber DeFranco behind me to move. Mary Amber sighs to let everyone know what an inconvenience we are and how kind she is to put up with us without complaining. And then she moves. Sit up, Waukesha orders. She's got a big comb and ponytail elastic and an industrial strength hair slicking gunk. Mr. Rosenblum comes in during the middle of this operation. Usually he tells us that hairstyling and makeup are to be done in the ladies' rooms, not in the classrooms. But obviously he can see that this is an emergency and he ignores us. Waukesha pulls my hair back real tight away from my face and into a French braid every bit as classy as Mrs. Falahy's Evangeline's, except she's used enough styling gel to make my hair look plastic. I check it out in the mirror from my purse. Thank you, I say. Anything's better, and this really isn't bad at all. But will it stay? Robin donates a can of hairspray, and Waukesha uses half of it on me. Sitting at his desk, Rosenblum begins to choke and wave his arms. Is all that really necessary? He asks. Yes, 3/4 of the class answers in unison. Chapter 29 of Alison, Who Went Away. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it didn't bring back traumatic memories for anyone who's ever had similar experiences. I want to wish you well and to say stay safe and be kind.